So the episode opens up with Natalie screaming at Summer, because Summer left off in the last episode, kicking and screaming and fighting Mariah, Persuasion, and everybody while they're doing the studio session at the Baddies and Bad Girls Club meeting. So they met up, and Natalie is literally fed up with Summer because she like, Summer, stop. I mean, it started with Lex, it went to Dolly, and now it's Natalie screaming, Summer, stop. And I get it. I still feel like she wanted to distance herself because she feels like at this point it's becoming a toxic relationship. And when stuff becomes like not a good one in a toxic relationship, you really do have to distance yourself. But Summer just would not stop. I mean, she was going and going and going and going and going, Energizer Bunny style shit. Like, I just didn't understand it. I'm just like, okay, Summer, I get that you're a clout person. Like, the person that she is and was last season, she's trying to amp that shit up times 10. Like, you're walking around looking like Daffy Duck with a fucking bill hanging off your mouth, and you want to keep fighting? Like, girl, just calm it down a little bit. Like, preserve yourself. Like, don't die for this shit. Like, really don't die for this shit. So Dolly, and she's basically in the confessional, basically saying that this shit is too much. Like, I'm going to let Summer rock however she rock, is what Dolly is saying, but I'm not going to keep getting in it. It is what it is. And at this point, I see that's where the detachment from the big three separated them all, or whatever. At this point, both her and Lex realize that this bitch is be doing too much that we can't take. Okay, so I guess now they're about to do a showcase. So they're going to start renting out the venues. You know, they're going to do their little performances. Whoever is an artist, I guess other girls, they're just to, you know, twerk, whatever, you know, stand on stage. So they doing their performances now. They rent out a venue. And Natalie wants these girls to just twerk and do all this other stuff. So Natalie's trying to see who going to open up the thing. So Cold Killer snatches the mic. She does her little song. Tink comes back. She's like, oh, yeah, you know, it's a real party, you cannot get in with my baggy friends. You don't know what it is, and you know, whatever. So now after that everybody else performing. So that's when Tommy go and tell Tavy that she look like DMX. Oh my God. I don't know why she said that, but that girl was drunk. Please, Tavy, leave her alone. She was drunk. She really didn't mean it. Like, she was just talking, and she was just trying to say, like, you remind her of a Rough Rider. I mean, you lucky she didn't say Trick Daddy, okay? So, don't take it personal, Tavy. It wasn't that serious. But anyways, you can't be calling people names like that, Tommy. Like, come on, Tommy. Like, Tommy be loose. Tommy be loose, okay? My girl gets loose. So she's one of the OGs, so she can say certain shit. I feel like Tavy was just doing the most. But anyways, so they all get to perform, and here goes Krishan. So she about to do her performance, and she's like, oh, I'm not going to do it. It's a vibe all the time. I'm not going to do it this time. So she goes on to do the Yahweh song. So she's singing her song, you know, doing her little thing or whatever. And she breaks in tears. I'm like, Krishan, like, this is not the time and place. Girl, you're doing a performance on TV. Y'all at rehearsal right now, and you breaking down, crying, trying to get them emotional. They all like, oh, I want to cry. And I'm looking like manipulation. I seen it all over Krishan. But anyways, Tasiki standing behind her, surprisingly. Tasiki, yeah, her sister, the one that she just was having a conversation in the front yard, you know, the one who was in her face trying to convince her to lie for the cameras and say that, you know, she had lied about the SA allegations. And I don't want to get too messy on here or too sticky, but what I am trying to say is there's been no cleanup. And you on stage backing your sister again, who didn't admit or who didn't lie for you and say that, you know, you didn't do it. But anyways, so I'm just looking like this shit is crazy. So they goes on, they doing their little performances and whatever. Keela in the back, buddy. She about to play her little Betty song. And then she's like, oh, all the girls come on the stage, you know, they're doing a little thing. They was happy to come on the stage or whatever. But I think they only can do it if they really put on a show. It can't just be you putting all these girls on stage, some dancing, some twerking, some drinking, some laughing, some performing, and, you know, y'all just get it back. This looks a mess. Honestly, y'all need to have a couple of girls. Y'all choose to do music and actually get in the studio and actually perform these songs that y'all are putting out, just like Natalie's. Y'all need to individualize that and then stick, like I said in the last video, to other groups of girls doing other talents. It doesn't make sense that all of these girls are just trying to just aim at just music. Once they get that together, I think the whole show can be rebranded as basically just like a concert, like a baddies, you know, concert tour, a real tour, like with headliners and all of that, and really making it look, you know, high quality and professional from the Zeus Network. So while they're performing, I'm on my knees. While in this venue performing, just praying to God that Legs don't perform. I'm like, Legs don't perform. So Gretchen performs and all of this also. And She was saying nigga in her performance, y'all. And at this point, honestly, if the bitch want to get beat up left and right, black and blue, and fight to say the word nigga because she want to identify as nigga so bad, let the bitch say nigga at this point. That's how I feel. She was rapping nigga, and hold this and pimps, and like she tried to make it sound so gutter, and she had to involve nigga a few times. At this point, Jayla is awkwardly smiling, pretending to like the music. I can tell it was painful. It was very painful for Jayla to watch Gretchen sing this song. And I'm also pained. I'm like, my mouth is to the floor. I'm clutching my pearls that she's right back on the season. And I'm not even saying it as for Jayla's sake, as if she's the only one. There are other people that don't like that this girl said that. And for Zeus Network to bring her back consistently and parade her on a show where she just openly can say it because she wants to identify as being a quote-unquote black person because she's quote-unquote not white, that doesn't make any sense. It's very disrespectful. It's distasteful. And honestly, I'm going to be honest, real honest with this. I don't really give a fuck. Obviously, if she leaves or she goes, it doesn't faze me, right? But they've accepted her basically into some sort of like sisterhood, like the Baddies Hall of Fame, because this is like the first all-star style Baddies USA brand that they're putting out this season. And if they stamped her like that, she's there. But honestly, she's so minuscule on the screen, and just when it comes down to her storyline, everything about her, that I literally can't even see her trying to fight Anna and all that. It's just very lackluster for me. It just gives me, like, when I don't like a person, I learn how to tune them completely out. Like, I don't even see you, motherfucker. I don't see you, bitch. So I literally don't see Gretchen. And people, go on people's page and you expect them to not be quote-unquote biased. I'm going to be just raw and real as best as I can. And I'm going to tell y'all what I see and what I think. So I'm not a big fan of Gretchen. I can admit when something's good. And Jayla was, smiling uncomfortably, but I can tell she's looking like the song is trash, but she didn't want to like I hate her. But I'm going to be honest because I'm probably just a tweak more honest than everybody else. And I'm going to say the song was trash. She was not on beat. She was literally just sounding sloppy and drunk on it. Like it was just, let's just say cringe and move on. Next. So they now have the Baddies tour bus. They got that big ass double stacked with probably like 20 bunk beds, table, couches, TVs, radios, a bathroom. Like they got that big ass tour bus that they be having. And I think this one is actually bigger than the one that they had before. So they got that big ass tour bus and they're on the tour bus, and Summer starts to have a conversation with Rolly about the fact that she's going to show Rolly, redeem herself in some way to Rolly and show Rolly that she is, her baddest bitch. Because how Summer quotes, show me your baddest bitch. She tells Rolly, I'm going to show you your baddest bitch.
You going to show me my baddest bitch?
Yes.
Show me your baddest bitch, Summer.
Okay. I got the baddest.
And she's like, okay, Summer, I want to see that from you because you got to just really, like, be sensitive and listen to what I was saying to you, and kind of understand that. And I guess Summer was being, like, receptive to the advice now. And she's like, I respect everybody's opinion, but at this point, this is where you see the breakdown of the big three. Of course, there's moments where Lex is trying to, like, backpedal it, like, even though Summer has clearly stated that she's not wanting to be friends with Dolly nor Lex. And she said it several times, like, blatantly, like, I don't want to be your friend. And it's like they're gripping the reality of they have to be on their own without Summer, but they still somehow want to use Summer in a way. And I'm not saying use Summer like she's the highest and the mightiest. What I'm saying is what I'm seeing. And at the end of the day, they're latching themselves onto this girl because ain't no bitch that I've known a year only going to be telling me, bitch, shoe fly don't bother me. And I'm about to keep sticking to her like flies on shit. It's just not even making sense. So at the end of the day, I feel like the conversation that's being had is Summer detaching herself from Bad Dolly and Lex. And they're not necessarily happy with it. They feel like she's dissing them in front of everybody else and everything. But I can understand exactly what point Summer made because when the conclusion of their conversation came down, Summer is letting them both know that I understand that I'm too much sometimes. So if I'm too much and that's causing y'all to turn into people who have a problem with me as my friends, then I'm going to remove myself from the situation, basically, respectfully. And I agree with that. Does that make Summer right? No, that makes no one right. Doesn't make them right, her wrong, them wrong, her right. It doesn't matter. What really matters is the fact that they don't have a bond where they think Summer's going to listen to them, because Summer don't want that type of bond. It's almost like she don't want a big sister. I have a similar situation just like that in my own life. So let's just be real about it. Some people just don't want to listen to good advice, yet they always want you in the fire with them. And that's just not how life works. You got to pick a side stand on some shit, and then you got to know when to have grace. And as a gracious person and a gracious human being, got to know how to carry yourself and make decisions that are best for you and your best interest, and not act on emotions all the time. I understand these girls are on liquor and all of that, but the way that Summer be carrying on, and the way that a lot of these girls be carrying on, is ridiculous. But when she gets drunk and Summer gets drunk, she gets to acting like some type of fucking lunatic. And I'm not gonna lie, Mariah Lynn said it best when she screamed out and was like, this girl got to acting a complete doofus. And I scrumped, okay? I scrumped when Mariah Lynn said that this girl, Summer, was just acting a fucking doofus. Like, Mariah Lynn, that's some shit I would say. Like, you got to bring a new word. You got to bring some word out your ass and slap that bitch on the table. Like, what? I know you ain't seen this shit in a long time. Because I'm telling you, Summer really is showing her ass. I mean, to where Natalie got to scream at her and, Summer, like, everybody's constantly telling you to calm down. It doesn't matter if you're right, and if you feel like you're right over the situation, and they are really wrong for ganging up on you or for not really having your back, whatever. If they are wrong, if you're in a group of bitches and you're one single person, and several of these bitches, Rolly, Lex, Dolly, Natalie, Krishan, I mean, so many people, Tommy, have told this girl to chill, and she has not. Somebody need to do exactly what Rolly did in the last episode, which is grab this girl by the fucking collar, shake her neck back and forth, and say, calm the fuck down. Like, that girl don't got no limit. Like, there's no cap with her. And that's what her friends are starting to realize. And it's really sad, because it's like we're watching this toxic shit on TV, just like we're watching the Tasiki and Krishan shit. And it's really crazy, just to go real quick and touch on that. Like, we're watching something that generationally happens in, households all over America. And a lot of people have experienced growing up, especially like 35 and under, that I know of personally, etc., etc. And I'm not going to go any further on that. But that sexual allegations shit and the family shit, that shit is real. And that should have been taken serious. And obviously that's enough to split a family. And Tasiki's trying to hold it together. Like, I feel personally that Tasiki should have come out and said, you know what? I hurt my sister. There are things that we have to discuss behind closed doors that I don't want on the show. Look down. You're in a confessional. Don't look prideful. Understand that you've hurt your sister. Acknowledge it and say, I wasn't taught. There were several things that I was involved in, that I was brought up with, and I don't necessarily even agree with now, because I don't want that for my own kids. I don't want that for my nephew, Krishan's son. And basically, I'm sorry about that. And I now know that was wrong, and I want to move on from it, because this is my sister. People already have the image in their head of what you did. She's already said it to millions of viewers. So at this point, there's no hiding it. There's no reason to change it. You need to just stick to what you need to say. It'll open up the door for it's going to go in history, and it's going to open up for the door. You have your opportunity on this show. Like, this is bigger than just us paying for a subscription and watching drama on a Sunday, when it comes out. No, this is big, because y'all had an opportunity and on these cameras to mend this and say, you know what? I know what I did was wrong now. And you know what? I'm sorry I hurt you, and I want to move on from this. Let's make music. Let's turn up. Let's run baddies. Let's beat on bitches. Like, for real. For real, for real. Like, these are sisters, blood sisters, same mom, and I believe same dad. So, like, It's real. Like, and that's really crazy, but that's their life and they have to deal with that. That's not our life. We're just watching it on TV. So I'm dusting my hands of this type of energy and I'm going to return it to sender and I'm going to rebuke that type of situation from anywhere near my life. Okay. And we're going to continue on with the commentary. All right. Okay. So they're on the tour bus and like I said, you know, they're having their conversations and also Krishan decides it's time to buck up on DJ Scott. This psycho bitch done turned on the girl DJ Scott. Yeah, I understand you may be having feelings, but those type of feelings when you're saying, oh, someone told me she's my industry friend, calling the girl DJ Scott her industry friend. You was just having her in your face, all in your hotel, so-called, quote-unquote, having your back. And you see little opportunity shit that she does, and you understand that she's a DJ and she, you know, wants some spotlight to her own thing. And she has a right to do that. I mean, everybody wants their own thing, right? But Krishan totally shit on DJ Scott on this episode. I'm not even gonna lie. Threw something in that girl face and all that. Had the girl looking crazy. So Krishan gets up and start, you know, aiming her tooth all in the camera. And she basically yelling at DJ Sky to if she got a problem that she could solve it right now. You said you wasn't here to fight, Krishan. You said you wasn't here to fight, Krishan. Why are you here trying to fight DJ Sky? It was just your friend. You looking like a psycho bitch just like your sister. See, you both of you bitches is psycho. And I'm just going to say it flat out how it is. If you feel like she's an opportunistic friend, keep her at a distance where you deal with her for opportunistic ideals and things of sort. Just like y'all were supposed to do the tattoo and you're mad that she posted the tattoo when you was out a little bit and you wasn't paying no attention while she posting shit. Understandable, but that's your friend. You talked about her with it. Why are you still bringing it up? It's no reason for y'all to still keep having this conversation. Now you want to fight the girl on the latest season of Baddies where you said you're not coming here to fight. You come with people, Yahweh, and all of that. Like, come on, be for real. Like, the girl Krishan is a psycho, lunatic, crazy, nut job. But, I get her point. Two sides. It's Tasiki saying it didn't happen. It's Krishan saying it did. So if anything is in Tasiki's favor, you shouldn't, as a friend, DJ Sky, be liking anything like that. That's just weird. But bitches are weird, and we all know that. Moving on. Krishan decides that she wants to fight this girl. So she sat up there and threw something in the girl's face. She jumping over, trying to get the swing at the girl DJ Sky. It's just ridiculous. I'm not understanding why you want to fight your friend. Like, you girls are about to be on this bus together. What do the bus bring out to where they just want to fight so much? Because it's too small in there for me to be fighting. Anyways, so Fauna's starting to get tired of Tavy because Tavy jumps in and she's just like, is the big three over? And basically Fauna's like, if this is not your situation and you're crying into it and seeking questions that, you know, obviously they're going through right now, you're opening up doors for, you know, issues and stuff like that. And I agree with Fauna. But so the fuck what? Fauna, are you scared? For my subscription money, bitch, you better be picking all the issues with them right now. This is the perfect time. Them bitches breaking up. This is the perfect time. Be like, yeah, you come over here. Pick one out of the one weak one. And then I had the other two fighting for their goddamn life. Are y'all crazy? These girls don't really know TV. See, they think they know TV, but they don't know TV. If you know TV, y'all be moving something sort of like Diamond. Y'all be understanding that y'all have to move a certain way to get people intrigued. Y'all are boring. Y'all are lumps on a fucking log. I'm going to be honest. So far, we're probably at, like the 5th episode of the season. And honestly, they're not carrying no weight for my subscription money. I'm not seeing it, baby. Yeah, there's been fights, but these are old beefs. Like Summer, Mariah, like... The fights that are happening are not real fights. Cold Killer Tink. Like, these fights are so fabricated that already in the beginning of the season when they took place from the drama on the internet, it's already old. It's already tired. It's already done. So bringing it in and starting off on it, and these girls are only going at it at these same issues that we've already thought they've got over and covered and we've already seen on social media play out, it's getting boring. Boring. Boo. Tomato. It's like, come on. At this point, you bitches need to start putting on a real show. Somebody might say, well, what do you want? What do you want to see? I want to see bitches really picking their fucking issues on the show. What? And bitches really get into it right then and there. Like, ain't none of that talking shit. Like, it's about that action. We're literally watching television show to see that action. Sometimes I want to see peace and kumbaya, but this is not that type of show. This is just for entertainment. These bitches just gotta make shit up. If you bitches have the opportunity to be creative, be on there singing like, bitch, I sing better than you. You don't really sing. Bitch, your shit wet. And have bitches start breaking out in a singing competition right there in the middle of the fucking show. And then if it come to blows, bitch, it come to blows. Like, put more substance and y'all creativity into the actual show. I know shit get clipped, cut, edited, all that. But the storylines are weak. Like, look at fucking the Summer and Lex. Like, yeah, we're getting into this drama unfolding. This is juicy because the big threes, whoa. But it's not really that juicy, is it? It's not. It's kind of boring. It's giving how Lex is being all over Summer. It's kind of giving Cat and Stunner Girl all over again. Anyways, so Lex starts crying. Now she's crying, saying like, Summer, yeah, you just don't get it. Like, trying to express how she feels like Summer basically is taking her friendship for granted and, blase, blah, honestly. And she's crying and stuff. And Summer's like, in the confessionals, like, I'm confused. What are you crying for? Because I don't want to be your friend? And yes, that's exactly why she's crying, because she's losing her friend. No, there's nothing wrong with someone crying because they're losing their friend. But boo-hoo, Lex, shut the fuck up. We don't care, bitch. Get in that field. What's going on with you and Tasiki? Let's redirect the motherfucking energy anyways. Fuck all that crying shit. The fuck is you boo-hoo? I'm with Summer on this Sad Girls fucking club. Like, you bitches on here boo-hoo crying about friendships that's only been about a year long when y'all on here to put on a show and fight. Bitch, Summer's trying to entertain. We don't know what Lex trying to do because she's following Summer around. Do I agree with everything that she does? No, absolutely not. I wouldn't even chill with no loony, nutty ass, loose goose, alcoholic, drunk ass bitch like Summer in real life. No, I would not. But my thing is, girl, you're mad because you can't ride this coattail that I've been talking about. Seeing that you're on your last thread and you're just really throwing a temper tantrum mentally because you're not this girl's mom, sister, auntie, cousin, nothing. Like, there's no reason for you to have this much emotion for a drunk bitch you met on the show. All right? And that's just what it is. Anyways, Natalie at Virginia State, she's doing like a little hosting or whatever, or like, college, like she got 90 minutes on the stage, just her. She's booked by herself, her own bag. And so next scene, Natalie invites Rolly to her room. I guess they're about to have a conversation talking about what's been going on the tour bus, which that one ride happened. And basically, the only thing that happened really was, like I said, the situation with them arguing back and forth, and then Krishan and DJ Sky. And then also Anna and Biggie got into it on some sisterly cousin like type beef vibe, get on my nerves, bitch type shit, But they're still cool. She's just having this conversation with Rolly about Summer, and the big three breaking up and stuff like that. And basically, the whole vibe is changing because they're seeing this in real time, the big three breaking up and everything like that. And I think now Natalie is seeing that this is getting bigger than she can just manage on her own. So now she wants people to step up. And I feel like this conversation is now so that she can get Rolly to step up. Now Rolly's about to start getting into her, bag. Because they really are going to set her up as, some type of EP of the show, because if she's managing the girls, she has to make decisions, etc. So she has to sit at the table where the conversations come in for the moving forward shows and things like that. So now her bag is expanding. Rolly is getting basically a promotion right in front of her eyes, and we will see probably more of Rolly on the road when it comes down to whatever tours and concerts they're going to be putting on. So pretty much they don't wrap that conversation up, and so we open up the next scene with Scotty in her room, right? Biggie walks in, and then two more guests come in. Tommy and Big Lex. Okay, interesting enough. We have these four girls. Scotty, Biggie, Tommy, and Big Lex. We know that Scotty and Lex are not friends. So she comes in, and basically Tommy gets to asking, like, well, really, what was the beef between you and Scotty to Lex? And walking in, I didn't pay attention at first, but Tommy pointed out that both of these girls are wearing a jersey for the shirt and a shorts for the bottom. And you guys are dressing just alike. So you guys have a lot in common, what it looks like, And basically, Tommy is asking, well, what is the problem? Like, what's the issue with y'all? And this girl, Lex, And I know I be getting on this girl Lex, but I'm telling you, one thing I hate and two things for sure I fucking can't stand is a motherfucking liar. So to sit here and watch her lie. So she literally started explaining that Scotty jumps out of the blue and says, "Oh, I think it was Summer that really got you to acting like that." So Lex goes on to, coattail on to Scotty's delusional lie and say that, well, when I snuck you on the first couple of episodes of Baddie Africa, it was because of Summer. What?
What was the issue?
It was just.
I feel like it was just with Summer though.
Yeah, it was with first. It started off with Summer. That was the first time when I had snuck her. That was because of Summer. It was really just because I've been calling you out. I never personally fought you, so it was like it did get dragged on to Africa.
Bitch, you was a grown-ass woman. What the fuck are you talking about? You're sitting here trying to tell the world that because of Summer, you ran up and snuck Scotty. You sound like a goddamn fool. You sound like what Mariah motherfucking say? A motherfucking goddamn doofus right now. Bitch, are you fucking dumb? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Summer made you sneak Scotty. No, she didn't. They were talking and it kind of sort of was piecing it out. And you kept going at it with Scotty, and you chose because Scotty was talking or saying too much and you didn't like it after she had took her shot, and you ran up on her and punched her from the side and snuck her. Lex, you a weak ass bitch and you are a liar. I hate that for her. Because I want to like Lex because she is sweet and kind, and I like the sweet, kind side of her, and I like that she can fire off too, and that she has both of those sides, and I like and respect the fact that she knows how to balance it. But when people, and this is for everyone across the board, get to manipulating, and I can see that, I'm reading you like a fucking fiddle, and I think you're a fucking clown in that joke. Manipulation is for cowards, weirdos, and losers and goofballs. Manipulate. Like, I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't gotta lie to nobody. I don't feel like I gotta lie to a motherfucking soul. I did it. I said it. I stand on it. It is what it is. I'm grown as fuck. I'm gonna always hold my end of the bargain up. But when you're cowarding out and now you want to piece it up with Scotty, I wouldn't even have that bitch around. Just like Tink said earlier on, don't be having everybody touch your baby. That's true. Don't be having motherfuckers touch your belly. You want Lex around you, a girl that literally was trying to beat you down to the floor for what reason? Because you wouldn't stop talking? Like, be fucking for real. She needed a storyline. She was desperate. She clung on to bullying Scotty the entire last season of Africa. Let's just be real, call it what it is. Now that she's on this season, she wants to piece it out because Scotty's pregnant, and she knows that in order for her to maintain relationships across the board, Scotty is a good middleman for her to be able to get those relationships and get herself in those rooms and those doors and be able to sit around with Scotty and some of the other girls in scenes because now they're cool and, all of that. And it's just so opportunistic, fake, weird. I would not have a bitch who was just trying to beat on me around me while I'm pregnant with my baby. I don't give a fuck if we pieced it up or not. Anyways, my point is, right after she says that, she then turns around and says the real reason, which is that she had been calling Scotty out. Scotty was avoiding fighting her, so she felt like she had to just go and take that. So is it Summer, or was it that you felt you had to go and take that?
That's not the case.
Annoying.
It was really just because I've been calling you out. I never personally fought you, so it was like it did get dragged on to Africa. So it was like now, I can be cordial. I don't have a issue with you or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about me, but
I want to get to know you, like.
Anyways, so the next scene, we got Smiley, Gretchen, and Summer. Surprisingly, the three of them are having a conversation about where they just left and that some kids were screaming their name saying, Big Three to Summer. And really, it's not Big Three anymore. So Smiley gets to asking Summer, like, hey, I know you heard them kids saying Big Three. Like, what's really going on with Big Three now? So now that she's broken the ice to get Summer to chat on that, she basically puts 10 on 10 and tries to say, like, well, I'm hurt just like they're hurt. And da-da-da-da-da. And a minute ago, Summer was really acting like she did not give a fuck about Lex crying on the tour bus or anything like that. She literally was just saying, like, oh, okay, well, it is what it is type of vibe. So now she's saying that she's also hurt. And I can see that because obviously they all have their own points and reasons why the relationship is having going the way that it is. But at the same time, it's just giving... Y'all need to just motherfucking piece it out and respect each other, and then everything will be fine. The fact that bitches are in 2025 and don't want to respect each other is not a coincidence. It's because of the music. It's because of the frequency. It's because of shows just like this. Degenerate ass stupid ass. These girls are really trying to live these lives. Like, they can't really decipher or distinguish the difference between entertainment and what these people are getting paid, like cash money. Like, it actually pays them to be this way and it's not paying y'all, and how it's affecting them is real, especially our younger generation. Like, we really need to pray for our younger generation. But anyways, so then basically they go on to talk about it, and Smiley says some real ass shit. She basically told Summer what it is, and I appreciate Smiley for that, because honestly, this is the first time I've seen Smiley be like a raw ass, genuine person. And she kind of just broke it down to Summer and said, listen, you get drunk and you turn into a different person. I think part of the reason is your fault, and I will say that, Summer, I think you need to have a conversation with your girls, and you need to do it with a sober mind. Like, no liquor. Calm the fuck down, really have a conversation, because it's ridiculous when you're drunk, you switch up. And I respected Smiley for telling her that. So now she can actually see that the people who are cool with you are even telling you the same thing, and they're trying to establish new relationships. It's not even old, like Dolly and Lex, or, semi-old. These are fresh people coming into your life, seeing how you're treating your friends. And if you want to continue to be cool with them, I think you should take some notes at least, and understand that acting a fucking plum fool, goddamn showing your ass all the time, that shit is not cool. That shit is lame. That shit is weird. That shit shows that you have no class, that you have no grace, and that you're not a real woman. I'm sorry. When I say Tommy brought back up the issue about calling Tavy DMX, oh Lord, I swear I just had to clutch my motherfucking original. When she brought up the situation again and said, I feel like she remind me of DMX, I'm like, Tommy, why do you want to start with this girl, Tavy? Like, I don't feel like Tavy and Tommy is a good motherfucking fight, because Tavy is a strong back bitch, just like Lex. And I just don't see Tommy being able to handle people like Lex and Tavy in a fight. So therefore, I don't want to see Tommy fight them. So now I'm looking like, Tommy, why you keep beefing with this girl? I know you just want to mess with people. You could do that. But this bitch is a rough rider. DMX. Root. She's going to bother you. She's not going to just let you call her DMX. Obviously. So now it's about to come to a head. So Tommy get the pointing all up inside your face, telling her, like, bitch, I said what I said, while Lemmy standing there, and Tavy like, bitch, don't provoke me, because I really hit you right here, while CEO, because Lemmy comes on the bus also to say, oh, ladies, or whatever. It's just a fucking mess, y'all. Like, and for my subscription money, these bitches is getting ready to turn up and act a fool. But I need them to pick the right ones. For some reason, it's giving they don't want to go for who we would love to see as matches with this. Just like they did in Baddies Africa. And it is a shame. I don't like it. It's cringeworthy. It's not giving. Like, y'all need to start matching these beefs up with the right people. Like Gretchen and Anna, that's actually a good one. Two thin ass bitches scrapping with each other. Let them do that, and let's see who come out on top. My thing is, I don't like this. Like, this is so corny. Tommy and Tavy, like, that's like it. Listen, I'm over it. So Tommy drunk ass keeps provoking Tavy. And I'm just like, Tommy, calm the fuck down, please. I don't want to see this big thug beat your ass on this goddamn tour bus. And Tommy gets in the confessional, Lord, this girl gonna talk about she on meds and she off her meds right now. Don't fuck around with her because it could get silly. And basically therapy ain't working either. And I'm like, oh my God, Tommy. So now I'm just watching Lemmy try to tell Tavy, relax, chill. You know, he's trying to protect Tommy low key. And I'm thinking the same thing. She gonna beat your ass, Tommy. So the episode about to end with Tommy and Tavy and DJ Sky and Krishan fighting on the next episode. So we'll see what's up with that. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. You already know. And y'all catch me next week. Try AK Randall's Natural Pain Oil. Pain relief uses on sciatic nerve pain, minor blood bites, seam spasms, sore muscles, inflammation, swelling, gout, foot, knee, ankle, back pain, arthritis, some tension, headaches, reduces fever, and more.